The following broadcast contains strong opinions, playful antics, and controversial topics causing off-the-rails fun. Chances for being offended are higher than average for sensitive people. Viewer discretion is not advised. Live a little and have some fun.
Hey, everybody, and we welcome you to the episode 187 of the Coach's Box. Call it as we see it. And tonight is all about the draft, the only pick that matters, and that's it right here. Picking us to walk you through the draft. Jason Jarvis, Chris Miller, I'm Jim Powers, Zach and Kevin. Who in the world knows where those two are at tonight? Probably out playing in the rain someplace. Hello, Jason.
Well, right now, who knows where Chris Miller is? But
I think
the draft predictably started out just like I thought it would. Caleb Williams going to Chicago Bears. I mean, I think that was solidified as soon as they made the trade. And the guy I would have picked was number 2, the LSU quarterback. And New England kept the trend going. Another quarterback, first 3 picks. So
and I mean, and right now the draft has gone pretty much right where everybody thought it was going to be, except there's now a run on offensive tackles, so to say, after you take the 3 quarterbacks and then you go wide receiver, tackle, wide receiver, and then another tackle. So it's kind of going exactly where some people thought it was going to go, but there's still a lot of people that think, and we'll jump right into talking about the draft and everything. We're going to talk a little bit of Cardinals later on, but we won't get into that right now. But the bottom line is, I still think there's going to be a bunch of trades. I know they're on pick number 8 with Atlanta, and that may open the floodgates because you've got Sean Payton out in Denver that needs a quarterback in the worst possible way, and you got the Vikings that need a quarterback. So you've got Williams, Daniels, and Drake May picked.
Yeah, they've all been picked.
Who's your 4th quarterback? If you're Sean Payton, who are you going to move? If you want to move up, who do you move up to take? If you're the Vikings, who do you move up to take?
JJ, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people think that J.J. McCarthy is the most pro-ready quarterback out there.
Chris, are you there?
Well, God, I hope so. It's like as soon as the show started, everything's good. I got the internet all worked out here and had this. Everything looks good, connection speed, all that stuff. And as soon as we hit start on the show, guess what freaking happens? It just completely goes to absolute shh. And it was bad. I couldn't even hear any of you guys. I don't even know what was going on. Hell, I don't even know what you asked. So let's just start that over a little bit. Sorry about that.
We're just talking. No, we're actually talking about the draft. We figure we just jump right into it since there's 7 picks in. And by the way, the opening of the draft was terrific with all the Detroit guys. You had Megatron out there and Barry Sanders, and of course the yearly booing of Roger Goodell, which I still think is classic.
I love it because he sucks. He's the Antichrist. Wait, is he not? I thought that was the case. They did a sign like a a science experiment about it. It's definitely terrible. All right, so what's your question, Jim?
So, who's the next quarterback, man? We got 3 off.
Man, I'll tell you. I mean, it's McCarthy will probably get to be the next quarterback. But man, I mean, everybody's real high on Bo Nix.
See, I like Bo Nix.
Yeah,
I said that last week. I like Bo Nix.
I liked his statement that he put out. Did you see it?
No.
The one about basically saying he's been through it all, blah, blah, blah.
Well, that's what happens when you're 40. You usually go through a lot of stuff.
Well,
wow.
It all went back to, though, his heart to play the game. And I don't know. I thought it was well wrote.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. And I a lot of people think JJ McCarthy, a lot of people think he's the most NFL ready. I still question that because Michigan's offense was handoff left, handoff right, and he threw when he had to throw.
Jim,
he just had to.
No. You can't make a take about JJ McCarthy without it being biased. Don't you even act like you can. No, you can't.
Hey,
yes,
I can.
Yeah. Michigan's offense is handoff right, handoff left. Oh, right here.
Michael Penix. Michael Penix Jr.
Shocker.
He
going to Atlanta.
Happy. All of his entourage is happy. They're happy.
You know what?
That
Atlanta's,
surprises me.
It definitely surprised me. I think the conversation with Arthur Blank is like, listen, we took a left-handed quarterback one time in the first round. You are not allowed to do any kind of gambling over canines or anything.
Oh, man.
Just so you're aware. I don't even know if he's allowed to own a dog. It might be in the new contracts that the Falcons put out.
I tell you, that surprises me. But once again, now you've got the Bears with the next pick, and you know what? You want to bookend. You want to bookend with Williams? You got to go with the receiver from Washington.
Oh, I love that. I love the guy. He's good.
Yeah,
I can't ever say his name, but he's good.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I couldn't say it either. I ain't gonna try.
Rome Odunze.
Donzi, yes.
Rome Odunze.
Yeah.
So, but I mean,
there you go.
But now, okay, so the race now turns into who does Minnesota want and who does Sean Payton and the Broncos want? Because they both need quarterbacks. And you still got two of them out there. So now it gets real interesting to see if Sean.
Who is on the roster currently at Denver for quarterbacks?
Zach Wilson.
And I forget who else it is. I was listening driving down here to Arkansas this afternoon, and they said that the quarterback room in Denver is the worst quarterback room in the last 10 years in the NFL.
Wow.
And that's a big statement.
You're saying there's a chance.
I'm saying Sean Payton, as much as people do not like him, the dude can flat out draft great picks. We saw what he did with Drew Brees. We saw what he did with Drew Brees.
He got him off the free agent scrap pile. He didn't draft him.
Still,
he was a San Diego Charger.
Well, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I admit it.
Now,
write this down. 8-10 on April 25th.
Isn't this a surprise going with Penix? Don't they have Cousins?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I guess they're gonna have Cousins tutelage this guy and get him ready.
It's what I think. I think that's what's going to have to happen.
I think Penix is a guy that you can sit for a little bit. He could use that. Just that was the knock on him, was he might not be NFL ready. But boy, to take him that high, I mean, I guess this is the state of the NFL. Like if we can keep him on the bench and play behind Cousins, and Cousins is healthy and we don't have to play him, great. But if we're in a situation where we have to throw him into the fire because Cousins goes down again, then great. We've got a guy that we can give that experience to, because at that point the season's probably shot. And now we can see, well, you have a chance of it being shot. I'm going to see if this guy can actually play or not. So, the pick is in. What are they going to do?
Do you go with Adonzi, or do you go tight end with Bowers from Georgia?
Now it's one of the two.
I mean, with the way the league is and the way it looks, I would think you go tight end here.
Yeah, but then you got the Jets sitting there at number 10. Put it this way: whoever Chicago doesn't take, I guarantee you that the Jets are going to take who they don't take between those two.
Where's the draft at?
Detroit, Rock City.
Gosh, Jason. Hell, I ain't even watching. I knew that.
Dude, I have been shut off from civilization for a bit.
I have no idea
It's because you've been at track all day.
I wasn't there that long.
Oh. What we got?
All right, here we go.
Music in the background.
Deuce! You were correct.
Bowers going to the Jets.
Bowers will go to the Jets,
calling it now.
I think that would be the best pick for the Jets. I mean, Bowers is the best tight end out there. He's probably one of the best to come out of college. Probably, in the last 5-6 years. I mean, he's legit. The comparisons are him and with George Kittle from San Fran. Just the athletic.
Yeah, he's okay. He's no Tony Gonzalez.
No, but he can play. They can put him in the slot. He can pass block.
Sure.
He can run block.
He can do some stuff.
He can definitely do some stuff.
He's fast. He's fast for a big guy. Hey, what about what?
You got to trade.
Yep.
Minnesota now on the clock. They're going quarterback.
Here we go. Who we got? You go McCarthy from Michigan right now. What do you think, Jim?
It's gonna be McCarthy.
Hey. Yeah.
They would probably go McCarthy. They're not going Bo Nix.
I think they're going to go McCarthy, and then you're going to see Peyton go run a flyer and go with Bo Nix.
I think so. Well, I mean, what's he got to lose? Games?
Nothing.
No. I'll tell you what, though. I mean, I still think a guy like Joe Milton, man. If I'm the Jets, I might think about going and get me a quarterback too, just in case Rodgers isn't healthy or he sucks.
I would pick a quarterback in the second round without a doubt, because there's still going to be about 4 or 5 dudes out there that will that will be serviceable quarterbacks in the next 2-3 years. And by the way, yes, we do see the chat. So, people being people.
What?
I guess because we have 0 viewers.
Yeah, that's cool. It's on Twitch anyway. Here, we're just gonna send him out. Bye-bye. It's cute. Goodbye. Go find another show with no viewers on. Hey, other people are doing stuff right now. We got a track meet going on around here. We've got other spring sports. There's a doubleheader in baseball that might be played right now. Now people might actually be watching the draft. Of course, hey, I got to give myself a pat on the back. I really like the pick that I put together for our clip art this week.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Where did you grab that picture of me at?
No comment. Jim, you're big time. You're everywhere. I can find stills of you all over.
No doubt. Just go to Fox 2, man.
Fox 2, baby. Fox 2, Jim Powers. It's just like a cornucopia of all kinds
of stupid
pictures. That's exactly right. I was like,
I'll say it's stupid pictures. All right, the Vikings pick is in.
Oh,
who do they go with?
Yeah, I don't know. I already said they're going with McCarthy.
I gotta think that would be the play.
Probably.
Kid from the north. Yeah. Kid from the north. Went to that school up north. I mean, yeah, I said it.
He went to a better school than the one in Ohio.
No, he didn't.
Who won?
Wait till this year.
Oh,
here we go.
That sounds like an Ohio State or a Cubs fan. One of the two.
It's an Ohio State fan.
Yeah, or a Browns fan. Yeah, same difference.
Hey, the Browns aren't going to be bad next year.
Well, if they
When do they?
How many years have we
When do
heard
they
this?
draft? 20.
they traded all their picks for that
Yeah, they don't
loser.
have a. They don't have a first round.
Yeah,
Let's see.
They
They don't
traded
have a
all
first.
for that great
They
quarterback.
have they have the 22nd pick in the second round.
it sounds like a good job there.
It's terrific. Yeah. All right. So while we're waiting on the Vikings pick,
Yeah,
let's talk about
dead air here.
let's talk about Caleb Williams. And I'm just going to flat out say it. He is going to be with Chicago, who's got a terrible coaching staff. I'm not sold on Caleb Williams. And the comment I made was this pick oozes of Ryan Leaf. And I like Ryan Leaf now. I like the person he's become. But back when he was drafted, he was a horrible person. And there's just something about Caleb Williams that I'm not buying. I'm just not buying it.
I think he's a horrible person.
No, I'm not saying a horrible person. I'm saying that Caleb Williams, I think, is overhyped.
Probably.
I think he's got a great arm, but everybody's, comparing him to 2 years ago. Everybody's got to remember he lost 4 games this past year. And he lost to teams that USC should never lose to.
And he played crap.
Yeah.
He wasn't any good.
On the way home from the track meet, I was listening to 101, and they were saying the guy on there, of course, it was an ESPN national guy, was talking about how, oh my gosh, he throws from the back foot in this game and makes this play, and you would have thought he was perfectly set, and blah, 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 and just going on and on and on about him. I will laugh if he's a flop, and here's Chicago's last 2 draft picks of quarterbacks have just blown up in their face.
Well, you saw the Steelers they're not even gonna pick up the $25 million option for Fields. They traded a 6th round draft pick to the Bears for their number 1 pick and quarterback. If that doesn't tell you right there, like, talk about no development. Done. I mean, he's going to have he has a hard road to hoe to even get to another starting spot unless somebody else gets hurt in front of him. Now, Russell Wilson's not a great talk about a good situation for him. I mean, if Wilson flops, well, we'll just jump in here and we'll be the man and have an opportunity. Right. But are they ever going to announce this damn pick? The pick is in.
Well, everybody looks. They look happy in the war room.
Dude, at least I know who they're gonna pick. This is just all part of the drama.
I know. I don't even.
I used to. When we had the Rams here. This was like one of my most favorite nights, even when we sucked.
Yeah, well, you knew you were picking high.
We had something. We had something to look forward to.
Ding, ding. Miller got one right. And, so you say there's a chance.
And now I'm just not the same as I was back then.
It's funny. They were talking about that on the radio this morning about the national attention for the draft with ESPN is on another level. I mean, it's just all day today was wall-to-wall coverage of the draft. Here in St. Louis, there was 2 segments, I think, on one segment on each show talking about the draft slightly. The rest of it was Cardinals. Let's talk about the Blues and how they finished up. Hell, they were talking about soccer. There was hardly no talk about the NFL draft. And that just goes to show you just how pissed off people still are about the NFL and St. Louis. What I do like, though, is the fact that Jason's boy said that, we couldn't have a football team here in St. Louis and support them. But I'm pretty sure that the Dome is rocking out every single home game for
the Battlehawks.
And I love it.
They had 31,000 there this past weekend.
Unreal. That you take all the rest of those other teams and combine them, they're not getting 31,000.
They've had 72,000 in their first 2 games, and I think the other 9 teams are at like 50,000
That shows
combined.
you something right.
Combined between the 9 teams.
I know. It just says.
Nope.
Keeps showing the Minnesota cheerleader. Let's go.
Oh.
Tim, as Miller's agent, we cannot confirm or deny that.
Secret.
No, that's what it is. Man, good for you, dude.
Yeah, that's not
it. All right, here we go. They're finally, after 15 minutes, going to read the pick.
Had to run some ads.
They had to pay the bills.
Oh, this is dumb. We should just talk about
it. There it is, JJ McCarthy.
And the Minnesotas have sealed their fate. They went from quality quarterback Kirk Cousins to
handoff left, handoff right.
Yes,
yeah.
I don't see it. I don't think it's a good pick.
You know, but what's boggling my mind right now is how far down is Brock Bowers going to drop? Do the Jets take him now?
Take him now.
Because if he doesn't go now to the Jets, well, here's the other thing that the Jets need. The Jets need offensive line help. And in fact, if they want to keep Aaron Rodgers up on his feet for more than 4 plays this year. So they've got to get him some help up front. And I don't know if they're going to go that direction with Bowers, but just hypothetically.
Jim, is there anybody in the draft outside the top 2 offensive tackles that were drafted that can be that are left that can be plugged in right away and actually contribute to helping not let Rodgers die?
I think the dude from there's a gosh, what's his name? From Washington. That was an O-lineman that a lot of people were predicting would be a good fit in the first rounds. Yes.
No, he's a guard though.
Doesn't matter. You just need somebody up there.
It does matter.
You need somebody up there to help the dude out. I mean, shoot. Let's see who else is on. Who else is on?
The guy from Oregon State, Talise Fuega. Is he gone?
Fashanu,
no, he's still out there.
He's the top-rated offensive tackle that's left.
And you've got the Mims kid from Georgia that's still out there.
Georgia, Latham already got picked right at Alabama.
Yeah. And you got Guyton from Oklahoma. So there's still some options out there.
I'm saying they're going with Bowers right here.
You got Graham Barton from Duke.
Martin's the best center that's left. I mean, that's out there right now. But centers don't usually go in the first round.
They got him listed as a tackle on the draft board, though.
Listen, I got ESPN app right here, handy. It tells me everything I need to tell right here. There it is.
And I've got it up on my other screen here in the hotel room. So
no wonder you're having internet issues. Gosh, Jim, you're using all your Wi-Fi,
the monitor,
bruh.
No, the monitor, bruh, doesn't take any Wi-Fi, bruh.
Whatever.
You got another tackle, Jordan Morgan out of Arizona. Did you guys say him?
No.
Yeah, I mean, but they don't. In the draft I'm looking at, he's pretty far down. We're talking 41st. So,
well, listen, all the fun stuff with the draft, you're going to have the shock and awe was, probably Penix Jr., how high he goes. Now it's going to see if there's a free fall with Bo Nix. I don't think he gets past the next 2 picks after this. If he doesn't get picked right now, I think he could go to the next 2 teams.
He can go to the second round easily.
No, he's going to. He will go to Denver, or he will go to Oakland Oakland,
Vegas.
the Raiders. Yeah, that's still. I still say the San Diego Chargers. There's no damn reason why the Chargers are in Los Angeles. How freaking stupid is that? You leave a fan. Oh wait, that's the same thing that happened with St. Louis. You leave a fan base that actually loves your team and take it to a place that they forgot that they even have a team.
Valid point. Valid point.
They're selling tickets though because everybody else brings fans to those games. The Rams and Chargers have more fans from the other teams that attend their games than fans attend their own.
Well, who wants to pay $100 to park in that freaking cornfield outside of SoFi?
My assistant coach, Coach Buddy, he has season tickets up there at the Battlehawks, man. He's up there cawing every time.
I would pay money to see Mike Buddy do some caw.
I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
That's fun.
All right, here we go. The Jets pick is up.
Yeah.
Here we go.
This is terrible TV for us. We're sitting here waiting.
They won offensive line.
O tackle, baby.
They won O tackle. They won Fashanu from Penn State.
There you go. Bo Nix.
So Bowers.
These next two. He's going to next two.
Man, Bowers is dropping down.
I think that Bo Nix is going to Denver right now.
I'm surprised Pick isn't in already.
You know what? I don't know. Yeah, I agree. Well, that's like it took Chicago 5 minutes to turn it in. You got the first pick. You know who you're taking. Just put, okay, they're on the clock. 1 minute later, Pick is in.
ESPN told them.
I know how it works.
Come on, media guy.
We have to let this thing ride a long time to cover all the space. We need some advertisement time. Money, money, money. My name is Roger Goodell.
Hey, that's why they played on Christmas Day last year. And he said in an interview that they are going to look to play more Christmas Day games.
Yeah, because he sees where the NBA makes money.
Oh, yeah.
Ratings.
Okay, so Kevin, hold on. Kevin jumping in. Since he can't join us, but he's still going to text us, and that McCarthy is the quarterback in the best situation. I think Drake May is. I think Drake May. Yeah, I think Drake May is in a because he can play behind Jones for a year or for a half a year, and then after they go 2-7, 2-8 to start the year, then you'd cut the kid loose. You let him play.
Jones is absolutely garbage. You got to get him out.
Who?
Jones.
Mac Jones he doesn't even play for the Patriots anymore.
Are you sure about that one?
He got traded to the Jaguars. Where have you guys been?
Oh, okay.
So the guy's got to start. So he's
going to start right away.
So he's not. I don't know that that's the greatest situation for him.
I agree with Kevin. You got Justin Jefferson. You got that other dude. I can't pronounce his name. You got guys you can throw the ball to. They got a good team. Hell, they have to be good. I mean, Kirk Cousins was having a pretty good year until he got hurt.
Until he ripped every part of his knee apart.
Well, it happens. They all got hurt. Everybody in NFL got hurt.
All right.
It is. Mahomes was playing hurt.
So here's the question. So let's say that Bo Nix gets picked in one of the next two. In one of the next two picks. 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round, in the first 13 picks. Yeah. Who will have the biggest impact this year?
JJ McCarthy. We just said it. Like I literally just said that. He's in the best situation. He doesn't have to do anything special. Just he can throw short routes all freaking day. He doesn't have to air it out. He's got a decent running game. He's got a good line, and they're not a bad team. He's in a good situation. The rest of them, Williams, dumpster fire. You said it yourself.
Yes.
The Washington should be Redskins. Dumpster fire. Edwards is going to be running for his, or Daniel's going to be running for his life.
Daniel's going to be running for his life because they got no line.
Drake May is on the worst Patriots team in the last 30 years. Okay. Then Penix Jr., he's in a situation where he's going to sit. The only way he's in a good situation is if Cousins gets hurt. That's it. Then he is in a good situation.
But let me ask you this, though, Chris. If you had a chance to sit and learn under Kirk Cousins for a year, if you're Penix Jr. and you had a chance to learn under Kirk Cousins for a year, would you do it? Absolutely, 100%, and hang on. 3 times on Sunday.
Do I have the choice, or is it the choice made for me?
I think the choice will be made for him, but also I don't think that Penix is going to sit there and whine and complain that he's doing it.
I'm saying, you asked me, would I rather? Now, ask me, would I rather? Is it my choice? If I'm making the choice, would I rather? Or
I want to play.
I want to freaking play. They're
I want to sit there. I don't care how good
hold
the
a damn
quarterback is.
clipboard
I
and
could
have
be
these
Joe
things on.
Montana, and I still want to play. I'm better than him. That's what I would be thinking.
Put me out there.
And that's the way you should play. But is he going to learn?
No, wait. He'll learn
today.
He'll learn through experience, but will he be better? I don't know. You could say that because Manning got thrown right into the fire. Then you got a guy like Carson Palmer who sat for a year, and then you got guys like Aaron Rodgers,
Jordan Love. Jordan Love sat for 3 years, and look what he did last year when he finally got the shot.
Yeah, that's just 1 year. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves, okay? He could definitely.
I think Green Bay will be the sleeper of the NFL this year. I honestly believe that.
I don't think anybody's sleeping on them after his
Mike Buddy would love that right there. He's Wisconsin, Green Bay,
Wisconsin.
This
damn pick has been in for 5 minutes. Just put it up on the freaking screen, you assholes. Gosh. So dumb.
About money.
They had to pay bills.
They had to pay bills. They got a money tree. I don't even want to hear that shit. No way. Come on. Stupid.
Sean Payton's never drafted a QB in the first 2 rounds as a head coach.
He ain't had to. He
had
Drew Brees. He got him on a free agent signing. Remember? Nobody wanted him.
Let's see if he does. Oh, look at him. No visor today, and he's wearing a tie. Impressive, Sean Payton.
Why didn't people like Sean Payton? What's he do?
I like Sean Payton.
Who you said that people don't like him? Who doesn't like Sean Payton?
Oh, there's a lot of people that are in the inner circles of the NFL that think that Sean Payton is overrated.
There he went with the big time inner circles.
Let me tell you guys, in the inner circle, which I have my finger
the circles that I run is Jim Powers.
I'm Adam Schefter. This is what I've been told.
This is exactly what I've been told.
He's 12 beers in, got his hat
on.
Look at him.
You can't tell me that those people in the front row there have not been drinking since 12 noon today.
Maybe sooner. Wait.
Bo Nix.
Boy, he's happy about it. That dude's hammered. That dude is sauce. Look at him. Oh, man. Good for him.
We're going streaking.
How do you not know yet? They just said your name. Oh, look, that girl is all smiley. Let's go.
It's on tape delay.
Super time tape delay.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's
They finally got started. They threw into a tie-like package. All right, so now it goes to where does Bowers go?
Jets. Nope.
No. You got Vegas with the 13th. You've got the Saints with the 14th. You've got the Colts with the 15th. The Colts need a cornerback in the worst possible way.
Everybody wants offense, Jim. Who gives a damn about defense?
I'm just telling you, the Colts need help on the edge and in the secondary in the worst possible way. Then you got the Seahawks. Wow, I'm telling you, Bowers could drop. Bowers could drop.
If he goes, he won't make it past the Bengals.
Yeah.
He won't. I can
see
the Saints taking him.
I can see that too.
Well, if the Bengals, it would make perfect sense because T. Higgins wants out of Dodge and the other receiver wants out of Dodge. So they're going to need somebody to catch the doggone football. So
why these guys went out of Cincinnati?
Because they got franchise tagged.
Oh well,
Higgins got franchise tagged. Well, Higgins got franchise tagged, and the other dude just doesn't like Smoking Joe.
Oh, they're dumb. That's just dumb. You know what? Go play on a team that's got a bad quarterback.
All right, let's talk about the Raiders. Who do you think they're picking?
I don't know.
Ooh.
I mean, they need a lot. They need cornerback. They need tackle. They need
who even plays quarterback for them anymore?
Well,
a young guy.
They need a quarterback.
I was saying I don't even know who
It
finished
was
the year.
that backup that replaced the San Francisco dude.
Well, they need a quarterback. They need a quarterback. They need cornerback help.
They need a CB. They need a
A tackle, a guard, and a running back.
Okay, wait. This is a draft where
So in other words, you need everybody in the offense right now to help you out there, Raiders.
Everybody, every team just about needs a quarterback. You realize that? I mean, given how many quarterbacks were hurt last year, they all could use one. I could see the Raiders actually going for a quarterback right now because when's their next pick?
They pick number 12 in the second round.
Joe Milton or any of those other guys ain't going to make it that far.
Yeah, I agree.
Spencer Rattler, somebody's going to – those guys are going to be off the board, so they're going to have some clown that nobody's ever heard of. Probably ain't any good.
So fewest overall picks, 12 for 6 quarterbacks selected in draft history.
Yeah.
The most quarterbacks ever taken in the first round is 6. Does somebody take a flyer on Rattler or Milton?
Yep. I think so.
And the Raiders pick is in.
I know.
I'm like, we're going to wait 10 minutes for it. Oh, they played the music. So you're saying there's a chance we would see it. They won't pick a quarterback.
The Las Vegas Raiders select Brock Bowers.
Bowers.
That's a good pick, but nobody to throw the ball to him.
That's the problem right there. It's not a need that they have. Oh, shoot. Well, talking about ESPN paying bills, do we want to pay a few bills right now, Chris? And then we come back.
Wait, hang on. Do you see the arm candy that Brock Bowers has?
I know.
Oh, yeah.
He's got one on the. He's got like a brunette, a blonde.
Yeah, one of them is his mom, dude.
Hey, who's the dude from Bo? What's his name from Draft Day? Who's the quarterback that they had the Packers? You know what I'm talking about. So, well, why don't we do this? While they're getting ready, because we know it'll take them 15 minutes to announce the 14th pick, why don't we take a break? When we come back, we'll continue to break down the draft. And we may get into some other stuff. We don't know. It all depends.
We got to talk about some Yardnals. We got to play the Yardnals here.
No, I have not.
I got some ideas of some things we could talk about, but I don't.
My mother said if I can't say something nice about something, I shouldn't say it. And that's how I feel about the Cardinals right now.
I'm going to call it like I see it. We'll be right back with some more coaches talk, though.
I'm a bird stuck in Larry Bird's attic. And I'm going cuckoo.
What the heck?
What you got, Larry? May the best bird win. Rick. You may be a legend on the court, but you're an amateur up here. Heads up, Larry. So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
Imagine an HVAC as unnoticeable as the air itself. Sounds pretty good, huh? The new Daikin Fit. Air intelligence.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
Hey guys, if you've been in to check out the changes at Case and Buck's Grub and Pub, stop by, check us out. We've got awesome wings. We got great pizza. We got a steak sandwich, a steak salad. Holy cow. We got games. We've got lotto. We've got cold beer. We've got a little bit of everything. Stop by, check us out. Check out the weekly specials. Barbecue, pork steaks, yum. Harold's Market, thank you, my friends. Check us out. We are waiting for you.
All right, everybody,
And we welcome you back.
Oh, gosh,
Hey,
we're doing it.
we are back and we are free.
And by the way, we made it back before the NFL has said the Saints pick. Shocking.
Shocker.
You know why? If you're an audience member right now watching,
You're drinking.
We could use a couple more sponsors.
Yeah,
They're drinking.
in there.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying we could use a couple more sponsors.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Well, Jimmy, since you jumped in there, are you going to tell everybody what they can do if they do enjoy watching our show?
If you enjoy watching our show and you like listening to the three of us or the five of us or the four of us,
or the two of
all
us,
you got to do, or the two,
Usually,
shut up.
Not Jim.
Shut up.
Anyway.
two, carry the one. Go ahead, Jim.
Hey, it's that math again. But no, if you enjoy us, we're always looking for sponsors. We're always looking to promote great businesses. As you saw, some of the great businesses on our commercial. It's very reasonable. I'll say that. But if you're interested, get in touch with one of the three of us, and we'll get you hooked up. And we would love to have people sponsoring us, especially summertime. We're going to have a lot of fun, do some shows on the road, we hope. And get back to the 09 and see Rachel and that crew. Maybe, who knows, Jarvis's basement. We make a return appearance to the basement. By the way, is it hard to believe that we are 13 episodes from the 200th episode?
Yes,
of the Coach's Box.
Definitely hard to believe.
Who would have thought it would have made it past 50?
5. Let's be real here. I think when the pandemic hit and we were all doing this via Zoom, and it's like, oh my gosh, I don't know how this is gonna work. But
I don't know what this is gonna look like.
Yeah,
and 187 episodes later.
It's been fun. I will say that, and we enjoyed doing it. It's been convenient for us with this little bit of a hectic year, I think, for a little bit of everybody, considering all the stuff we've had to do the show in person. And we do enjoy doing it in person, but we're, like Jim said, we're looking to get back to doing the show live with each other as much as possible. And that's just trying to work out some stuff, but no, it's fun. And, we enjoy doing it, and hopefully you guys enjoy watching it and being a part of it and commenting. And again, if you are watching the show, you're one of the few people right now. Again, I'm sure a lot of people are doing other things. Then, it's jump in there.
You've got concerts going on. Jason was at the conference track meet earlier today. Kevin and Zach are coaching, their kids and all that. I mean, there's just a bunch of stuff going on. And plus with the draft, I mean, a lot of people want to watch the draft, and I get that. It's not lost on any of us.
I'll tell you what, Nate Wright has just been burning up the track this year for Herculaneum, man. He has been fun to watch and just watch all the records he's breaking. And, we have some wonderful track athletes in the county, in Jefferson County. And, it's been a fun. I'm not a track person per se.
Really? But, I thought you'd be somebody who'd be running the 1600, Jay.
Nah, I coached throwers one year, and that was about it. Never thrown in my life, though. But, the county's track, Festus has some special athletes over there.
Well, Festus and Hillsborough will be going head-to-head once again at the state track meet this year. That will be a lot of fun to watch again. I've had a front row seat for that the last 2 years. And I'll have another front row seat for it this year. And
the Festus Girls program's got some throwers, some young kids.
Uh-oh. We got a pick in?
They took the tackle from Oregon State. Fuga. 14 straight offensive picks. It's never happened in the draft before.
Wow.
There's not that over-dominant edge rusher.
Yeah, nor is there that lockdown corner or that safety that could play multiple pieces of the different defenses. But yeah, I agree. This is a weak defensive draft for sure, and we're seeing it in the first 14 picks.
Well, it's for me, it's like I want to see the first few picks of the NFL draft, and the rest of it's like, it's like watching fireworks.
I like watching. Oh, jeez.
I like watching fireworks.
And I'll say this: I like watching the Saturday, rounds 4 through 7, because of the stuff that I do at the FCS. It's always cool to see some of those kids that I've had a chance to watch in the national championship game get drafted and see where they go. So I have a little bit of interest when it comes to the Saturday stuff. And plus, they just fly through. You get like 2 minutes per pick, and they just fly through the doggone thing.
Well, it'd be great if they, would spend like maybe 2 minutes or less doing the pick. This would be a lot more interesting now, but it makes for some bad podcasting while it's going on. I will say that.
Without a doubt.
Until we have some picks, let's start focusing. We are gonna talk about the Cardinals, okay? Because there's a couple of big stories that hit this week. Number one, they did win a series.
What series was that?
Arizona.
Oh, that's right. They did.
Yeah, you don't realize that because
where is Jim Powers today?
Arkansas.
Quarterbacks that aren't there.
It's called I haven't been paying attention, especially like I said, Mama Powers said, if you can't say something nice about something, don't say it.
You just stop.
And there's nothing nice I could say about what the Cardinals are right now. Jordan Walker going down, and I know where you're going. Jordan Walker being sent down. That should have happened earlier. They're teaching. I mean, he's got to redo his whole swing. Bottom line, plain and simple.
How did they not identify this earlier?
Exactly.
That's my question. Exactly.
Well, and let's be real. Why do we have to go down to the minor leagues to learn? Wait, is our hitting? I don't think our hitting coach is worth a crap.
No.
I don't think. Wait. I don't think our hitting philosophy is any good. The philosophy to what they want to do isn't any good in comparison to the guys that they have. It's just
when have we had a hitting coach that hasn't had a philosophy that has worked for the Cardinals?
That has or has not?
That has. We've seen the has not, the have not. That's what we've seen for the last.
Wasn't McGuire our hitting coach at one point?
Yep.
Oh, we hit well then. Very simple approach. See ball, hit ball.
Yeah.
Hit where they aren't. Okay,
Jordan Walker, his swing plane is up. It's not level. It's not down. He's hitting everything like this. And you could see it. And why somebody – they're saying analytics and video, and they videotape all these things. Why hasn't somebody picked up on this?
The other teams have.
Oh, absolutely they have. They're throwing the ball right here in his nose, and he's swinging at it. He's swinging up at it, and he's hitting pop-ups to shortstop.
Well, I mean, they told him to get the ball in the air. So that's what he did. He got the ball in the air. The problem is he didn't hit it past the shortstop.
Well, that's true.
Or the infield. The thing is if you look at what they're doing as an organization, think about it. Jordan Walker was one of the top 5 prospects in baseball. The other 4 prospects are actually doing really well. Outside of Francisco Alvarez from the Mets because he's hurt. Walker's the only one who's regressed. Whose TV is so damn loud right now?
Jarvis.
Mel Kiper is way too loud. Tell him to shut the hell up.
It's not Mel Kiper even talking.
Who is
it? It's Louis Riddick. It's Louis Riddick.
Okay. So
wow.
Jordan Walker's problem is what the Cardinals are doing with him. You take any of these other guys, they're getting thrown into places where they're comfortable or where they were in the minor leagues or what they've always done. Walker's been a guy who's hit 2 through 4 when he's coming up. Why not just put him in the spot? When he was hitting in those spots, his batting average is much higher than it is when he's hitting lower in the lineup. If you think he's that big of a stud, number one, you got to put him in a place where he's going to be a stud. In the store.
Right.
Okay? If you think Gorman's going to be a stud, then you got to put him in a place where he's going to be a stud. You got to leave him there and just be done with it. Now, the older guys who've already, worked on their swing or whatever. Then it's about philosophy. The best that they've looked is when Gorman hit the ball the other day, yesterday on the day game. He hit the ball to the opposite field into the gap. They started when it was a hit and run, and he scored from first. Gorman hit the ball the other way. Holy hell. You mean to tell me you can do that? I'm surprised that Ollie wouldn't get in front of the media at that point and say, that's just not really what we want. After he said that Matt's pitched some of the best that he ever did. The problem is they're stuck on this process and not on results. The results is whatever you're doing ain't working, you change it. They're like, we're gonna focus on the process. That's great. It's like guys who can throw the ball really, really hard, really fast, and they can't throw strikes. They ain't any good.
Steven Matz showed us exactly who we thought he was. Somebody that can't get out of his own way and throw strikes.
Yeah.
I mean, that outing the other day was one of the worst pitching outings that I've seen a Cardinals pitcher throw in years.
And Ollie said that he thought he pitched well.
Oh, I read that, and I immediately threw up in my mouth when I heard that.
You got to come out and you can't again. This organization is insulting to people who know enough about baseball to know when you're full of it, and they're full of it right now. It is incredibly asinine to say something like that. It's insulting. Oh, we're finally getting to. My God, we've had two guys get picked.
Oh, there's your first defensive player.
Yay, defense. Woo. Yay, whatever. Again, now the only thing I care about, for the rest of this draft is where the other quarterbacks go. I don't care. There ain't anybody else I care about.
All right, real quick, we'll go back to the Cardinals. Who's the next quarterback picked? Milton or Rattler?
Rattler.
Yeah.
I'll go with Rattler.
I think Milton's better, but if you're asking me who somebody else is going to pick, I'm going to say it'd be Rattler.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know where another quarterback. Dallas, maybe.
No.
As a backup for Dax, because Dax can't get out of his own way either.
You got Trey Lance.
Yeah, once again, another dude that can't get out of his own way.
Well, he's a
They were talking today that Dallas may go quarterback in a couple of the shows I heard driving down here.
Yeah, they were talking about that on 101 today, but because they even mentioned about Trey Lance. No one trusts Trey Lance.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't really given anybody a chance to trust him, but obviously they traded something for him.
Not much, but they traded something.
Something. Not great.
Something.
Not great.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Whoa, I was just going to say Jarvis is stretching out.
Damn, what are you doing?
My back's killing me, man. I got to move.
Oh, okay.
He's going to the couch. And next thing we know, Jarvis will be sleeping the next 10 minutes.
I would like to be, but I won't be.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if we got to end the show so you can go to sleep, I mean, I guess. All right. So we don't want to talk about the Cardinals anymore. It makes everybody else sad. Jason, you said you had some stuff you wanted to talk about.
Yes,
I'm gonna give you the floor and the couch, and you go ahead and tell us what's our next topic. Before we go to break here, go ahead.
What's our next topic? I mean,
yeah, go ahead. Did I put you on the spot?
You made a pretty big announcement on Facebook this week, didn't you?
Did I?
I mean,
yeah.
I would think that's an announcement you might want to. They didn't see it. Put it out there. That
I guess I could say something. Just I guess reiterate. I will be resigning from St. Pius at the end of the school year. It's been 5 years as a head coach there and 4 years working in the building. It's been a great experience for me. And, I do have something that's in the works. It's one of those situations where you got to kind of wait before you can say anything and do anything, which is fine. You'd like to have something in hand when you say something like that, but I wanted to give St. Pius enough time to hire somebody. So it was discussed, and that's what I wanted to do. So I went ahead and did that. And I was starting to get messages about my job being posted, and I hadn't said anything because the wheels of education sometimes can move a little slow on some of these things. So, but it's been a good process in for the meantime, and I'm looking forward to it. It is sad. It is sad that that time has ended because it's a lot of good memories there, and meeting some great people and working with some great people and coaching
And
some good
coaching
kids.
against some great people too.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to say that. I mean,
Yeah. Hopefully, if you do end up basketball administration, whatever you may end up doing, I'm sure you're going to land on your feet. But if you do get another basketball gig, we're going to have to look at adding each other. I still owe you some wings anyway. So
yeah, I know, Jason. You still owe me some.
We're going to do the wing thing sooner than later. But
we need to maybe go up to Case and Bucks one time and do the show, and I'll buy him wings.
There we go. I like that. Case and Bucks wings are pretty good. You make me hungry. I might go there later.
There you go.
There it is.
But no, it's it's bittersweet. And my phone was on fire last night.
Been an interesting week.
Yeah, it has. But it's I'm excited about it. And said as I said on the Facebook post, it's bittersweet for me. Jason can relate to this. We've worked at a lot of districts, unfortunately, but at the same time, you stay somewhere long enough, and it's comfortable. But it's just look for those new opportunities, and I think this is a good one. So we're just gonna sit back and wait, and I got to keep everybody guessing. So just the way it is. I've had several people ask me, like, "Okay, you can tell me." It's like, okay, no.
It wouldn't be Chris Miller without. Well,
No.
so that means Pius is looking for two head coaches then, because as everyone found out last week, Aaron Portell is jumped ship and headed to Festus. I think Festus is getting a good one.
Yeah,
my alma mater hopefully has got a coach that's going to stay for a while, and I think he's got a decent core coming back over there, and I think that he can do some good things. It'll be interesting to watch the Tigers run a 1-3-1, but I mean,
I'm pretty sure he's going to run a 1-3-1. I mean, if I had to bet any money on anything in sports right now is something that's absolute, it would be like three things. Roger Goodell is the epitome of evil. The Battle Hawks will lead the UFL in attendance, and Aaron Portell will run a 1-3-1. Those are the three absolutes that you can bet as much as you want on. I think talking to Coach Portell, I mean, we both are, going to be leaving places. He's obviously worked there a lot longer than me, but he's kind of an institution here in Jefferson County coaching girls. And last year I know was really special for him.
He had a great season.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. And really happy for him. And, a lot of people don't realize he actually was he actually coached at Kingston before he came to Pius. So he, getting back and, trying to, when you're a guy who's been in the public school retirement system, and then you go to the private side and you think about the money that you can make. I mean, that obviously factors into it. And, it's a family decision for him too. And that's something that he had to factor in. And, I
think it's a great hire by Festus.
I think it is. I think it is.
It's an outstanding hire. It really is.
Jason Farrell there is the new AD, and he can hang his hat on this, that he ain't got to worry about the girls' basketball program with Aaron Portel running it. And had some others, with the Hardy boys. You got one jumping over, DJ Hardy jumping over to Hillsborough, which of course was announced a long time ago. That was a strange announcement to me, but anyway. And then his brother is now going to be the head boys coach at DeSoto. So it's a little bit of a basketball carousel going on here in the county.
Yeah, a little bit
as of late.
Yeah.
And
the one thing, the one thing I want to also say, and I meant to say this last week, the thoughts and prayers for Dan Rolfus have worked.
Yeah.
Dan finally was able to see his players this week, and he did an interview. He did an interview with Danny Mac the other morning, on Tuesday morning, and Tuesday afternoon he had a chance to go finally for the first time since he left them after the semifinals, able to see his kids. And sitting there watching that video, I cried. I mean, it was so emotional to see where Dan is right now after knowing what he went through. He still has, the kidney issue. He's on dialysis. But, the one thing that he said in the interview and I thought Danny Mac just did an unbelievable job with that interview. It was so good. And Dan made the comment, when Danny Mac asked him about coaching again, and Rolfus goes, "What else am I going to do? I'll drive my wife nuts. I'll drive my kids nuts. I don't know what else I'm going to do. So I'm going to coach again. And, God willing, and hopefully we do see Dan back on the sidelines. And knowing Dan as well as I do, he's a very good friend of mine. And this is really the first time that I've actually publicly talked about it. The night it happened, I was supposed to go on Fox 2 to talk about all the games, and I called and I said, I can't do it. Because I would have either broken down or I would have never even made it on air. Because Dan's, a very good friend of mine, and to see where he's at is just absolutely inspiring. It's absolutely unbelievable. And, you got, once again, if people don't think prayers work, well, guess what? They absolutely work. And Dan Rolfus is one of the shining examples of that. So I just, for a lot of people that know Dan and the Incarnate Word story and all that, Dan's, and, he's getting there. He's walking. He said his neighbors think that he's out of his mind because he'll go out, he'll walk for 5-10 minutes and then walk back in. But it's good to see him doing what he's doing. And I just wanted to get that out there because I know a lot of people in Jefferson County know Dan. They respect him and respect what he's done for girls basketball in the area. So I just want to get that out there, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I was up there in Columbia when that happened, and couple people who had just got done talking to him, Jenny Hopkins, who was doing that game, and then she said I just walked away from, and he wasn't feeling well, and then that happened. So, and I listened to, I only got to listen to a part of it because I believe I was driving the bus that morning when it was on the radio, so I had to get out of the bus at some point, but it is great to hear because what a scary thing. I mean, when you're coaching basketball, and anybody who's coached a sport and you get a little wound up, gosh, you're people's like, man, you keep that up, you're gonna have a heart attack, and you're just thinking, oh, all right, whatever, Then you see somebody actually have one, and it's like it gets a little real for you. And good Lord had his hand on him.
Yep.
I mean, a lot of thoughts and prayers. Yeah, he had a struggle even when they got him to the hospital because of so much CPR. But just the fact that you heard so many different reports that night of what happened, and if he made it or not, even, and it's great to hear a month later, really, that he's getting back to normal. So, that's just all the praise to the good Lord himself, because that's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah,
Great news. Great news.
Can't ask for anything
I
better than
mean,
that.
it was about 5 minutes before the Class 6 boys game was going to start, and I was getting ready to walk into my office, and our friend Jason West called me, and I could tell there was something wrong, and he told me what had happened, and I just sat there. I couldn't move, and because number one, Dan's in incredible shape. I mean, he works
Yeah.
out. He does a lot of stuff, and I was just like, what's going on, and how does this happen? But once again, his wife with him, starting CPR immediately. And if there's one thing, I know Dan won't say this, but I'll say it: everybody should learn CPR. Everybody, because guess what? It's because of the actions that were taken and how quick they were able to get him over to University Hospital, which, thank goodness, it's a minute drive across the street. Because of those things, that's why Dan Rolfus is with us right now. So if you don't know CPR, please take the 2 hours and learn it, because guess what? You never know when it could save somebody's life. It could save a friend. It could save a family member. It could save a stranger. But guess what? You're going to save somebody's life. So if there's anything that I can take out of this, learn CPR, because it's something that everybody should know.
Absolutely. Well, on that note, we're gonna jump here and take a quick break. And we come back, Jason's gonna pick us another topic. I know he's really excited about that. He looks like he's about to fall asleep over there on his
That's what I'm
couch.
worried about. By the way, they've taken 3 defensive players. So
well, we had to break that up a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, we come back. There's more Coach's Box. See you in a second.
I'm a bird stuck in Larry Bird's attic. And I'm going cuckoo.
What the heck?
What you got, Larry? May the best bird win. Rick. You may be a legend on the court, but you're an amateur up here. Heads up, Larry. So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
Imagine an HVAC as unnoticeable as the air itself. Sounds pretty good, huh? The new Daikin Fit. Air intelligence.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
Hey guys, if you've been in to check out the changes at Casey Buck's Grub and Pub, stop by, check us out. We've got awesome wings. We got great pizza. We got a steak sandwich, a steak salad. Holy cow, we got games. We've got lotto. We've got cold beer. We've got a little bit of everything. Stop by, check us out. Check out the weekly specials. Barbecue, pork steaks, yum. Harold's Market, thank you, my friends. Check us out. We are waiting for you.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 187. And the only pick that matters here, it's the Coach's Box. We call it like we see it. Jim Powers, Chris Miller, Jason Jarvis on hand this evening. Jarvis is getting ready to take a nap, it looks like.
No,
on the
I'm
couch.
getting ready to talk about how Gates is getting some players in Mizzou, guys. He's got
Right.
Jacob Cruz. He's got Mitchell from Duke. I mean, let's keep it going, and let's hope that Gates has a better season next year. They just got Marquise Warwick. So I'm really pumped about going up and seeing Dylan and going to watch a couple of Mizzou games this year.
So we're going to talk about the transfer portal, as Jarvis led us into very nicely, by the way. That was a professional radio move by Jason Jarvis right there.
Everything Jason does is professional.
That's damn right. And,
right.
I did a
Dang right, Skippy.
I did a little research. Probably should have worn my Mizzou hat, but I'm pumped up, man. Dennis Gates, now prove you can coach, and let's win some games. Let's win a SEC game, please.
At least one.
That would be nice. You know, just one, just to break the seal a little bit. Maybe.
I'm biased. My son's going to Mizzou. I went to Central Methodist, real close to Mizzou, and always rooted on Mizzou. And it's crazy. I'm on several message boards with Mizzou fans, and some of these people are just like wanting Gates' head on a platter, and I'm like, guys, chill out, man. 1 year, we're talking he's had 2 years, one great, one not so great. Now let's see what he does with that freshman class coming in, and then adding these 3 big guys that I just said, and I'm sure there's more in store, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Slew's got some exciting stuff going on too, right, Jim?
Yeah, I tell you, getting the 2 kids from Indiana State, I think, was huge. You talk the one coming back after he decided to go into the portal, which I think that's a big get back for Schertz. I like Josh Schertz. I had a chance to get to know him when he took Lincoln Memorial to the Elite Eight a couple times, and he's a great coach. The kids respect the ever-loving heck out of him. I know a lot of people were disappointed that he didn't bring all 5 starters with him, but what people have to understand, that's all NIL driven right now. You know what? You might as well just say college is pay for play, because that's what it is. Let's call it like it is. Call it like we see it. College athletics are pay for play with NIL and with the transfer portal. Yep. So for him to get the 2 kids, and he's also gotten a couple others, I'm excited. I still wish they would get the heck out of the A-10. I think the A-10 is a terrible conference for them. I would love to see them get into the Missouri Valley, because I think that would generate a lot of buzz. That would generate a lot of, great rivalries.
Isn't the Missouri Valley what they were in before?
No.
Or they weren't. Well, they need to get – that would be an awesome conference to get into. I agree.
You got Konzo back in Missouri State. You've got one of the best, mid-major coaches in Ben Jacobson up at Northern Iowa. You've got, some turnover down at Southern Illinois. You got some, turnover at Drake now with you look at Drake. DeFreeze, he left that team in really good shape, and only 2 of his kids won over to West Virginia with him, one including his son, who's just a hell of a ball player. But I think SLU should be in the Missouri Valley. If SLU would join the Missouri Valley turns into a 2-3 bid league every year.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think the fact that, again, this is why I don't like conferences the way they're set up now. The fact that they're in the Atlantic 10 and they ain't nowhere near the damn Atlantic Ocean. It makes no sense. But again,
their closest rival is 6 hours. Right, but their closest rival is 5 hours away in Dayton.
Yeah.
And who's going to drive 5 hours? Who's going to drive 5 hours on a Wednesday night to go watch SLU play at Dayton? Nobody.
I'm not going to do that.
No, you go to Philadelphia in January and you run the risk of a nor'easter coming up the East Coast and you're snowed in for 7 days, and that happened to him
what'd
a
you
bunch
call
of years
that?
ago.
What'd
A
you call that?
nor'easter.
What the
A
hell is
northeaster.
Is that what you
A
guys in Ohio
nor'easter.
call that?
That is a big storm that comes right up the coast and dumps a whole hell of a lot of snow on Philadelphia, New York City, Boston, and all that. It's called
Those
a
are
nor'easter.
called blizzards. They're blizzards.
It's called a nor'easter in the
This
Northeast.
is the Midwest. Okay.
Oh, for gosh sakes!
How long have you lived here?
20 years.
Acclimate.
Yeah.
Time.
It's time. You need to go take a nor'easter.
One of the fun.
Oh, yes, yes.
Wow!
Wow! Send that to Fox 2, baby.
Yeah, clip it. Clip that.
Somebody clip that.
Wow.
Somebody cut that.
And
Jarvis,
I've not cursed the whole show, baby.
Jarvis made a funny. There it is.
Hey, so I know you said that was professional earlier, but I probably forgot one of the best pickups Mizzou made, and the kid from Iowa State and Big Ten guard Tony Perkins.
Yeah, Gates worked the portal the way it should be worked, and I'm just I hope he can get those kids to buy into a system, because that's the other problem when you're bringing all sorts of kids in out of the portal. You're looking at hopefully this kid's going to fit into the system that you want to run, and that's the big issue with the portal right now. Everybody's trying to get this kid and this kid and this kid. Well, do they fit into your system? And we're all coaches, okay? Not every kid is going to fit into Jason Jarvis's system, Chris Miller's system, the system we run at Lutheran South. Not everybody's going to fit into it, and it's magnified 5,000% on the collegiate level.
Can they run the flex?
You would think that
I love the flex, and I'm trying to talk Ben into running the flex this year.
You would think Gates would. He's gonna try to get guys that are gonna fit his system. It's funny you bring up the flex because the guy that does the ESPN. Gosh, he was
Joe Lenardi.
No.
Oh.
Played at Kentucky. Played in
JJ Redick?
Yes, JJ Redick. If he was
JJ Redick played at Duke.
I'm sorry, Duke. Anyway, JJ Redick.
Talk about me not know where people are. Holy crap!
I had a brain fart. Okay, JJ Redick. Anyway, was out drawing up the flex. I saw it on TikTok this week, and it had a whole thing about talking about the flex and talking about all the coaches that still use it in college, and how the NBA it's used a lot, the flex cut and stuff. So thought of you, Chris Miller, when I heard that.
It's funny.
This makes me sick.
Well, okay. Can you just hold yourself a little bit here?
I don't know. I wish that
draft party on the beach. That's disgusting.
Terrible.
I got two words for you, LA and Kroenke.
Do you? What are they?
Well, he said one of them earlier, but then add the you with it. And he said Stan Kroenke. He's just trying to get me to curse now.
In one of the interviews that I did recently, they asked about my offensive style or favorite. Here's a question that I was asked: If we called the people, the other coaches in Jefferson County, what do you think you're known best for? I'm like, besides being a complete a-hole, well, that's a tough one. No, it was pretty easy. But it's funny because even one of the people in the room was like, okay, besides the flex. They already knew. All right, besides the flex, what are you know? I'm like, oh, okay, well then that makes it a little tougher.
Everybody knows Chris Miller and the flex, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm telling you,
there are 25. There's 25. There's 25 variations out of the flex that you can run. I know at least 15 of them, and I know you know all 25.
Wait, you only think there's 25?
I'm just throwing a number out there.
That's okay. Those are rookie numbers. All right, you gotta get those. You gotta bump those up there.
No, he's making crap. He's making crap up on the fly here.
I used to run the flex. I loved running the flex.
it's again, the screen to screener action is one of the hardest things to get kids to guard. It just is. And then you can do so much out of it because you create such a mismatch or chaos in that little bit of action that you have. And on top of that, I equate it to kind of like running trips in a football formation, because you can have a lot of crap that comes out of that. You take three people in basketball, screen to screener action. You can do some different things. You can make it look like you're going to go screen to screener. You can do all this, just like in trips. They can do all kinds of different things with those three guys bunched up. You have chaos in a little bubble. So there you go. That's why I like running it. Sorry, don't like it? Tough. I honestly don't care.
You're not going to hear an argument from me. I love the flex. I love the action you can you can use out of it. It opens shots up. High school kids don't. You hit it on the head. They don't know how to guard the screen. The double screens.
Well, they fall asleep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like they, what's the nicest way of putting this? They lose focus after a while. If again, everybody's like, well, if they put the shot clock in, you can't run the flex.
You're talking about our attentions, their attention spans are short.
Yes, because of TikTok and Snapchat. Yeah, 100%. And you know what? They say, well, you can't run the flex if you have the shot clock. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
You can definitely run the flex if you have the shot clock, because you can run an early offense with it. You can add it, have that action, and then add a ball screen action with it. You can do a lot of things too with it, and still not use 30 seconds. Now, if you want to sit there and grind it out because there's no shot clock, yeah, you can sit there and run it all day long. Okay,
go for it.
But it's hard for kids to guard it that long and you still not get the shot you want. I'm not talking about the layup. You can get one of the shots that you want out of the offense by just having a little bit of discipline, just a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd shut that down.
Oh boy, here he is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How?
We teach it. We know how to shut it down.
You want to take away the flex layup? You know, pack it in, play a sag man.
No.
Pack line man. Okay.
No, that stuff.
And then you get beat by a 3-point shot coming off the screen.
Well,
you
always gotta give something up.
You're going to, because I'm gonna get one of the three things I want every single time.
Yes.
As long as you don't throw the ball away and you execute even, I'll give you 70%.
We ran it. You ran it against us at the end of games, and I mean, we won a couple of them. Not many.
Yeah, I know. We also didn't execute like we should have either. So we didn't make shots. You gotta make shots. Now wait.
That's what good defense does, you know.
You gotta make shots. We didn't make shots. Gotta make.
Oh gosh.
Spend more time in the
you're
gym.
right. You're right. You gotta make shots. I had kids that did. I mean, you know what
I know. Don't put your hand up. That kid knows who he is.
Hey Jim, if you could run, I'd agree. I'd think that was true, but yeah.
Well, it is
that time. Hey, they just showed Stan Kroenke's Rams. I'm about done with the draft. I'm done with the show. I'm done with Joe. I'm done with everything.
He's taking a nap.
I'm done with Jim. Miller, you're cool, but the rest of them.
Love you too, Jarvis.
You're cool. You suck. Yeah. Well, it's we wanted to go ahead and have a show. I mean, there's not a lot going on in the world of sports outside the draft. It's hard to be excited about the draft when you live in St. Louis because we don't have the Rams anymore.
And it's hard to be excited about the Cardinals because you live in St. Louis.
Yep.
And the wallet won't open the wallet, and John Mozeliak's still the president of operations /
Yeah. Do we have to talk about that, please?
And Ollie sucks. So again,
we're one thing we did not mention that we weren't We mentioned nothing of Whitey Herzog tonight, right?
We mentioned it last week.
Oh, that was last week. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
Well, it's still sad, especially when Ollie is running things.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, not great. Not great.
No.
Let's get Yachty in here and be the manager. We're done.
Well, we did give Ollie a 2-year extension. So
That mean crap. That was just so that players look like we were supporting them.
Hey, by the way, real quick, what about Aaron Boone getting run on the second pitch?
Oh my gosh!
For somebody yakking behind the dugout.
Yes,
it wasn't him.
It wasn't him, and it wasn't Angel Hernandez that did it. It was Hunter Wildenstadt.
And he's the guy who runs the umpire school.
Yes.
He said, Wilderstedt.
Well, and then that guy gave a statement. That guy gave a statement after the game.
Oh, he doubled down.
And how do you say it, Jim?
He said that Boone is in charge of the dugout, and he heard what was said from the end of the dugout, and Boone had to go.
And it was a fan.
It was a fan behind the dugout in the second row.
Heckling the umpire, and they run Boone for it.
Yeah.
And he didn't say anything. Listen, in the world where there's TV cameras everywhere.
Oh, my gosh. And they're showing Aaron Boone not saying a word. And he ran him.
Gets tossed. Hey, now, that reminds me of that time that one of our great officials in Jefferson County, and I'm not saying that as I'm not being sarcastic, gave me a technical foul. Because I said,
I was thinking Langhauser, but go ahead.
Because I said, I don't have enough Vaseline for this. Meaning there's nothing in the bag. Now, what got that apparently was there was a lot of other things that were being heckled from the stands behind my bench that whole time, and I wasn't aware of that. But yeah, that was
dude, I almost got a technical one time because one of my kids' parents was behind my bench and kept yelling. And finally, the ref comes over. If I hear another word from you, I go, "It's not me, it's him." And I pointed to him, and he's like,
"Wasn't me."
And the next time out, he came over and he goes, "It was him, wasn't it?" I go, "Yes, I told you I wasn't yelling at you, dude."
Hey, wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Well, this was me and you, but we are
episode 187 in the book.
187 in the books. Good Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise, and if they do, we'll just do it from our house again. Maybe we'll be in person.
I did talk about the flood of '93 today in class, so
boy,
made the 90s.
There it is. There it is.
Covering those history facts. But yeah, appreciate everybody for that tuned in tonight, and hope you enjoyed the show. Again, if you like our show, please go and subscribe to it on YouTube, share it, comment. You can comment later if you're watching this not live. We appreciate that. If you're interested in sponsoring our show, just contact one of us. We'll get you all the information. It's really cheap.
Or you can just send me $100 and I'll be happy.
And Jason will wear all of your merch. He'll definitely sell out doing it. So, hey, we do what we got to do. It's just
you got to do what you got to do when you're a teacher and educator.
That's right. But appreciate everybody tuning in tonight for another episode of the Coach's Box. We'll see you guys all again hopefully next week. Good night. God bless. Take care.
This episode of the Coach's Box, Call It Like We See It podcast is brought to you by Off the Rails Media. Life's more fun when you're off the rails.